Hi everyone, and welcome to our next video on how you can import a CSV into your database using Django management commands. Today we're going to run through how to do that step by step, but first I'm going to show you the end result of what that's going to look like. So I've created this Django management command down below called import underscore cars underscore from underscore CSV, and that is exactly what it does. It imports a list of cars from a CSV into my Django admin database. Before I run the command, I'm going to pass in the dash dash help argument so you can see exactly what it is and what it does. So you can see here I have listed that it imports cars from a local CSV file. It expects columns make, model, variant and year. Using these management commands can be great if there's maybe like a business analyst or something like that on your team that maybe needs to fill data of a project for a client and maybe isn't technical but can maybe run a few commands. So these are an ideal solution. So here is just the help, and then now what I'm going to do is actually run the command. So you can see here, if I just run the Django server, that I've got my database. I've got some data in it already that I'm just going to delete. And now what I'm going to do is just go to home so you can see that there's nothing there. So if we stop our server, I'm going to run that command, and then I just specify the file path. So the file path is just my car CSV, which has the 4 specified columns that it expects, and then the data. So if I hit enter, cars imported, I run the server, and you can see that that's now been populated. Great, so how did it do it? So first step is what you want to do is you want to create a model, and inside your model you'll have a class called car, or just whatever you're going to use for your CSV. In this case it was car, and it is imported from the Django.db library, and we specify our 4 columns. We then also have a form, which is just a car from, which is just a model form. We specify a model, and then we select all the fields. And then next, what we do is, if we show over to the left hand side, we can see the project directory. In your app, you want to create a folder called management, and then inside that folder you want to create a folder called commands. Within each of those you'll want your underscore init file, so that Python recognizes it as a Python file. So we then have our Django management command. So whatever you want the name of your command to be, just name it as the list of the file. So in this case, mine is import cars from CSV, and inside it we've got a class which is a command class, and it inherits from the base command. We then specify a help, we add some arguments, and we also have a handle function, which really the bulk of the work is just coming from this main method. So I write out to the terminal that we're importing cars, we open the file path, we read in the CSV as a dictionary, we use it enumerate, so we look through each row, specify an index, and we pass in our dictionary into the car form, and then we check if it's valid or not. I can actually remove this car variable, as I don't actually need to do that, but we check if it's valid, we save it, and then we just add 1 to the import counter, and then we just catch if there's any errors or not. So that's pretty much how we do it. So it's a very, very simple, small little program, but can be very useful if you want to maybe have a BA or something run some scripts for you. This is a great and super easy way to do it. So hopefully this video has been of value. We'll be sharing more Django tips and Python tips and on tutorials on this channel. So if there's anything in particular that you would like to see, then make sure to write down in the comments below and make sure to click that subscribe button. Thanks.